Hey guys, it's Tuesday Talks, a couple days late here, but a quick quiz hint. Your quiz is on Monday, and we've been going over inverse functions. I highly recommend you check out videos on my Unit 8 Lesson 1 on my website. I have tons of examples of how to do inverses, but a real quick hint for you. Area of a circle is pi r squared, and that's actually a function. Area is a function of the radius. Now, radius of circle or radii are never negative, so we actually are restricting the domain because you might be thinking, oh, r squared would be like a parabola. We'd have to restrict the domain in order for it to have an inverse function. Well, we kind of do because a radius of a circle is never going to be negative. So since the domain is restricted, we know that pi r squared will have an inverse. Now, its inverse is easier to see if we think about an equation. If my r of my circle was 4, I would find the area by saying 4 squared is 16 times pi. So 16 pi. But let's talk about the inverse. If someone wants you to find the area inverse of r, remember how x is what you plug in normally and it comes out with a y? On the inverse function, we'd actually be plugging in the area. So when someone says, what is the inverse function of this area of a circle, find? That would be when we actually plug in the 16 pi and try to find the radius. Well, if I have, oops, my pi goes here. If the 16 pi is the area and we divide by pi on both sides, I get 16 equals r squared. Therefore, square rooting it gives me that 4 is your radius. And we know the radius is 4 because it's a positive radius for a circle and we restricted the domain that way. So just noting that the area of a circle equation is here, and since that's a function and we restrict the domain by only having positive radius lengths, the inverse function will actually be when you plug in an area and you would get out a radius. Kind of seems crazy, but it'll be helpful on the quiz. Hope you watched. Have a good day.